Hi. So in the last session of the first session of percentage, basically, we have seen how to convert percentages to fractions or decimals and vice versa. And in this second part of percent, we'll see the percentage increase or how to calculate percentage decrease and percentage of some number. Okay. So we all know how to solve, let's say, 80% of 120. So how would you solve 80% of 120? 80% we know is 80 upon 100 of implies multiplication and 120, right? So this is how you will solve 80% of 120. So 8 multiplied by 12 or 96 is the answer. So three important or the basic formulas of percentage is if you have to calculate A percent of B. So it's A upon 100 multiplied by B. This is the first basic formula. Most of you would know this already. The second one, let's say A percent of B percent of C. So this is an extension of the first one. So you can either calculate B percent of C first, which is B upon 100 of C, and A percent of that, which is, or think of it as a word problem. A percent means A upon 100, of means multiplication, B percent, B upon 100, of means multiplication, and C. So basically what we are saying is, think of making a statement into an equation, kind of word problems, right? Let's say X is 6 more than 10. So what is X? X is 10 plus 6. So what essentially we are doing is we are converting a statement into an equation. That's what we will try and do in percentage. Most of the percentage questions are word problems. Now the basic equation of percentages is, let's say something like this is given. If C is A percent of B. So how do we convert this into equation? C implies C is equal to A percent of B. Okay, this is important. So when we are saying what is 80% of 120, we are essentially saying, let's say in place of what, always try and take some variable, which is X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever you feel comfortable. 80 is, X is 80% of 120, which is X is equal to this. So that what, which is X, is 96. So these are the three basic. We'll see a few questions. 48 is what percent of 120? So in place of what, I'll take X. Always do that. 48 is equal to X percent of 120. Now I just need to find the value of X. X percent of multiplication 120, right? So 10 gets cancelled. So 10 will go to this side. 48 into 10 and 12 will go to the other side, to the denominator. So if you calculate, X will be 40. So 48 is 40% of 120. Okay, one more question. 100 is 30% of what number? So this what number, let it be X. Same thing, 100, convert it into an equation. 100 is 30%, 30 upon 100 of this unknown X. So this gets cancelled. 10 goes to the other side and multiplies, which is 3x. So 3x is 1000, or X is 1000 upon 3. So whatever is the value. Okay, this is how you can easily find out the unknowns. If C is A% of B, C is equal to A upon 100 into B. Now the next concept is percent change. Now, the value is quite straightforward, be it increase or decrease. There is an original value and there is a final value. There is an original value and there is a final value. Percentage change. So we'll talk about increase as well as decrease because this is important to understand. I see a lot of confusion among students in this formulas. Now, it's quite simple if you understand the logic. For percent to increase, the final value has to be greater than the original value or the initial value, isn't it? Like in this case, 80 is becoming 96. Only then there is a percent increase. 135 becomes 140, there is percent increase. So in a question, irrespective what language they use, if they ask percentage increase or percentage greater, always remember the smaller value is becoming the larger value. If you understand this logic, you will never ever do mistake in percentage increase or decrease questions. Okay, if you have to find percentage greater or percentage increase, know that the smaller value is becoming the larger value and the smaller value will become the original value. So percentage increase is difference of the values upon the original value, which is the smaller value in increase case. Okay, now let's say if 80 is becoming 96, what is the percentage change? Increase in this case is the difference upon the original into 100. Okay, 16 upon 80 into 100. Doesn't matter. This is 20, the value. Okay, the original values are 80 and 135 in this case. Similarly, it doesn't matter what language they use. If they are asking for percentage less or percentage decrease, know that it's always the original value which is greater. Original value becoming final value. The larger value is becoming the smaller value, right? So here the original values are the greater ones. So let's say if 96 is becoming 80. So obviously there is a percentage decrease, which is difference upon original value into 100, right? So which is 16 upon 96 in this case. See, a lot of students getting confused, not able to understand what is the original value. It's very simple. Guys, if it is percent increase, the smaller value is original. If it is percent decrease, the higher value is the original. Okay, doesn't matter what is the answer. So if you understand this concept, this much clarity, if it is there, you will never do any mistake in percentage change. So we'll try out. 80 is what percent greater than 64? Now, what I see in this is just they're asking percentage greater. I don't bother what is what. I just know that 64 is becoming 80. And this always works. Otherwise, there cannot be a percentage increase. So I know this is original value and this is final value. So percentage greater or increase is the difference upon original. I see a lot of people just because 80 is given in the start, they will take 80 as the original value. No, percentage can never increase if 80 is becoming 64, right? It might seem very silly, but I see a lot of students getting confused in this. topic. This goes 4 times and this goes 25. 80 is becoming 64. 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 80 25%. Okay. Now, if the same thing, if they ask, let's say 32 is what percent less than 50? Nothing, just see this is less. What is less? Percent is less. That means the higher value is becoming the lower value. The percentage decreasing. What becomes your original value? Which is the higher value. Percentage less or decrease is the difference. Difference is always positive upon original into 100. Right? This cancels 2 times and this is 36%. Okay, I hope this is clear. We'll solve one last question. After a 20% decrease, the price of a shirt was $120. So here what is given? Percentage decrease is given as 20. Okay. And the price of a shirt was, after the discount, the price was 120. So what is given is the final value. We don't know the original value. Original value, let's take as X dollars. So percentage decrease, which is 20. What is the formula? Difference. I'm taking greater value minus smaller value. Okay, because it's decrease, X is greater than 120. So this can never be the answer. Upon original value into 100. Okay. So we can solve this X minus 120 upon X into 100. Now I can bring 100 to this side. This becomes 20 upon 100. What remains is, so 1 and 5. So 1 upon 5 is X minus 120 upon X. So cross multiply. I get X is equal to, you can solve this. So bring all the variables to one side. X minus 5x is negative 600. Negative 4x is negative 600. And you divide by negative 4 on both sides. So this comes to $150. That's the original price of the shirt. So I hope the concept of percentage change, increase and decrease is clear. And the percentage of, make sure C is A% of B, take the unknown as X and you can get the answer straightforward. So that will be it. In the next last video of percent, we'll look at compound changes, right? A bit higher level, but we'll cover it. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.